All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about a writer who completely changed the game for British theater. He took the real, raw, messy lives of everyday people and put them right where they belonged, center stage. We're talking about the one and only Arnold Wesker.
So, I want you to picture post-war Britain. Everything is changing, but those old, rigid class divides, yeah, they're still there. For what felt like forever, the theater was all about the fancy drawing rooms of the rich. But out in the noise of the factories and the steam of the kitchens and the mud of the farms, a whole new generation was ready to have their stories told.
And the person who stepped up to answer that call was Arnold Wesker. For him, this wasn't just about entertainment. No, this was a mission. It was about finally giving a powerful, authentic voice to the working class, the very people whose lives had been ignored by the theater for way too long.
To really get Wesker, you've got to get the world he came from. He was born in London's East End, grew up in a country literally rebuilding itself from war and asking some really big questions about its own identity. And right at that moment, this new movement called social realism pops up, saying art needs to get real. All of this created the perfect storm for his explosive debut. And this is what made him so special. See, he wasn't just writing down what he saw. He found this incredible poetry in the way people actually talked. He wrote with this beautiful lyrical style and had such a deep empathy for his characters. He was able to shine a light on their hidden dreams, their burning frustrations, and just their incredible humanity.
So how exactly did he pull this off? Well, let's start with one of his big ideas, using the workplace not just as a backdrop, but as a miniature version of the entire world.
Wesker quickly became a leading figure in a movement with the perfect name, kitchen sink drama. And that name says it all, doesn't it? It was all about finding huge, profound drama, not in some palace, but in the gritty, cramped, and intensely real spaces where ordinary people lived and worked. His first masterpiece, The Kitchen, is the absolute perfect example of this. On the surface, it's about a crazy, chaotic restaurant kitchen during a dinner rush. But if you look closer, what you're really seeing is all of post-war Britain crammed into one room. You've got clashing nationalities, intense pressure, simmering anger, and those little fleeting dreams of a better life, all boiling over in one giant pressure cooker. Okay, so after tackling the public world of work, Wesker then turns his focus inward. He starts exploring those really personal struggles of family, heritage, and that big question, who are we?
His play Roots just nails this theme. The main character, Beattie Bryant, goes back home to her family's farm after she's been living in London, and she is caught in this massive tug-of-war. On one side, you have her traditional, rural family, and on the other, you have all these exciting new ideas she's soaked up from the city. It's this incredible story about the struggle to find your own voice. And get this, Roots is actually the second play in Wesker's famous trilogy. The other two are Chicken Soup with Barley, and I'm talking about Jerusalem. And what he does across these three plays is just masterful. He shows how huge historical events, we're talking big political movements, massive social changes, how they play out in the everyday lives of a single family.
At the absolute heart of this trilogy is Sarah Khan. She is the fierce matriarch of a Jewish family in London's East End, and she is just this force of nature. She completely embodies that relentless, working-class fight for social justice. Her passion for her political beliefs is just a testament to her unshakable faith in a better world, even when her own life is incredibly hard.
So beyond the workplace and the family dinner table, Wesker also explored those big universal things that connect every single one of us: love, loss, getting older, and just the passing of time.
And in his play, The Four Seasons, he asks a question that I think hits home for all of us. It's something we all grapple with. As time goes on, how do our closest relationships change? How do they evolve? And ultimately, how do they survive? It's such a brilliant idea. He uses the changing seasons as this beautiful, powerful metaphor for the entire life cycle of a relationship. You've got the new beginnings of spring, the peak of summer passion, the challenges of autumn, and finally, the quiet reflection of winter. It's just this incredibly tender and insightful look into the human heart.
So let's bring it all together. Why are we still talking about Arnold Wesker today? What is it about his work that has lasted?
Look, his impact was just massive. He completely changed British theater by saying, yes, the lives of ordinary people absolutely belong on the stage. He showed everyone that theater could be a powerful engine for social change. But he never sacrificed humanity for politics. He created these deeply real characters by blending realistic dialogue with so much empathy. When it comes down to it, Arnold Wesker's greatest contribution was this: he listened. He actually listened to the voices in those loud, chaotic kitchens and in those quiet, tense living rooms, and then he turned up the volume so the whole world could hear them. He gave a powerful, poetic voice to the voiceless.
And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? In our own complicated, modern world, with all its new struggles and unheard voices, if Arnold Wesker were writing today, whose stories would he be telling? Whose voice would he fight to put on that